Hey fellow Scentsy or direct sell consultants out there. I am Carrie Pion. I am a new elementary school teacher and a newlywed, and I think that the key to a successful business is organization and communication. So if you don't have those elements, it's kind of like the backbone, and you're not going to really be able to follow through correctly, and you're not going to be able to remember who are your customers or be able to track your orders as easily. So I've come up with a system that I think would really benefit any service-based business or any small business that's looking for that next step. I've worked in a lot of medical offices where follow-up is essential in order to pay the bills, in order to have customers come in, and I was always in the front and the back office helping out, but a lot of people might refer to this as a tickle system. But I've kind of altered it a little bit just to kind of meet the needs of a direct seller or a small business owner or a service-based business where you have customers that you need to follow up with. So let me go ahead and show you the system that I am talking about. So this is my personal folder, and then I'll also show you one that I made for some of my customers and also explain at the end of this video how long it took me to make them and the cost packages I can talk to you about in email. So I need a binder that is colorful. I'm a very color-oriented person. So for me, I stuck with 1.5 inches, which you can see is already kind of filling up. So I might recommend for most of you to have a 2 to 3 inch binder. The only problem is when we get into the 3-inch binders that the color options are very limited. So a lot of times it's only available in white, but we have a very beautiful colored front. I found this on Pinterest for free, and so I can go in and alter this for you, and it'd say your name and your business. That way it's nice and colorful, cheery, and bright. So that way anytime you pick it up, it just really motivates you, because for me, if I just had a plain old binder, it would just be like, oh, I gotta go in there and I gotta do my work again, and that's just not very motivating, let's be honest. So this colorful little positive burst of energy is going to make you want to work on your business. And it's on cardstock. It's a colored copy on both sides. So then once you open your binder, this is what mine looks like. But I'm going to actually show you what one would look like if you ordered it through me. This is a 3-inch white binder, and I made 4 of these today. They took me about, for all 4 of them, about 10 hours, and I'm not exaggerating. Because I had to design the front. I actually design all my forms, going to 3 or 4 different shops. But anyways, let's get back to the binder. This is a 3-inch. I could only find it in white, but we still have a lot of color. So this is Nicole's Scentsy folder. So once I open this, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit for you guys. Once you open it, what I did is I put a colorful little label in here, and when you get your binder, you're going to want to write your first name and however you want someone to return your folder to you if you were to lose it. So in mine, it just says my first and last name really big and my phone number, because the last thing you want is to lose your folder. That would just be dreadful, and hopefully some really nice, honest person would be the one to find it and return it to you. Inside of that front pocket is where I put order forms that are blank. That way they are ready to go, they're easy to grab, and they're already hole punched for you. So I include in this package, you get 14 one-sided for smaller orders, and then you get 5 double-sided for larger orders. Okay, so these are your order forms, and I designed these on Microsoft Office, and I can always alter them for you if you have a different business, if there's something specific you want on there. But, excuse me. Let me just go over this quickly so you can kind of understand what this is. You'll see the order form. Right here, there's a date in the upper right-hand corner. This is where you would write the date that the customer gave you the order. Not when you placed it, but when they actually said, this is what I want. I'm hoping this is clear for you guys to see. There's 2 options. You're going to check either they're a returning customer or a new customer. If they're a new customer, you're going to take your highlighter I provide for you. You're going to highlight the words new customer. That way, if this is their first order they've ever placed with you, when you go and you file these away after a year of traveling through this folder, you'll be able to say, oh, here's their first order and any notes. Okay, also if they're new, where did they find you? On this line, you want to be as specific as possible, because when you guys spend time marketing and when you guys spend time looking for new customers, it's important to know what's working, where should I spend my time, and in some cases, money to market to look for new customers. You can always go back and say, well, obviously I'm finding most of my people on Facebook, this group, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Maybe you notice, wow, my friend Lori recommended 3 people to me. I need to do something really special for her. Or maybe there's something else that's really working for you. And it's also going to keep that connection for you so you remember, because you don't want to ever mix up that for somebody. So right here on that line is where you're going to be as specific as possible. If it was a specific picture or a specific, a specific ad I was running, I'll even write that underneath so I left a little bit of room for you. Just because that way, say in August, I was running 10% off and I was making graphics. If I write August 10% off graphic, took me 2 seconds to write, and then here comes August of 2017, I could look up my things and say, wow, I got 10 new customers when I ran that. So it's very essential that you do that. So let's go on with the form. So let's take a look. The next lines are where you put your customer information, and this would be the information that you will then type into your workstation or whatever you use for your company to keep track of your customers. Down here is the actual order form. Quantity, product name, product description, unit cost. This is before tax. Now you'll see there's an optional column over here. You could do whatever you want with it. You might want to put cost after tax if you want to itemize each and every item before and after tax. That's completely up to you. I've seen a lot of different variations of what you might want to do with that, so completely what works best for you. After you put in the order, you'll then do your subtotal. The cost of shipping, unless it was a party, then I'd write the name of the party right here if it was free. Sales tax, and total amount. I've left plenty of space in here for you to write extra notes, maybe customer sent preferences, the date you sent a thank you card, any notes about them. You have tons of room right there. Okay, next, right down here, you're going to see this is kind of like a cute little checklist. I'm hoping you guys can see this okay. Right here, it says paid with a line. You're gonna write a note to yourself, what method of payment did they use? And you can use abbreviations if you want. But it's whatever's easiest for you. These are your forms, so you can do whatever you want. But what I generally do is I'll write paid cash, paid check with the number, paid Facebook payment, PayPal on date. And then I would check it. As soon as that payment went through, I cashed the check, whatever it might be, check. What's my next step? Okay, it says ordered on. What day did I put the order in the computer? What day did they place it on my website? You're going to put that right there. After you click submit and it goes through, check. Sorry, my phone's ringing in the background. Go figure. This only happens when I try making videos. Your next step of action is package will arrive on. This is the day that you get that email that says, yay, your package just shipped. And there's a tracking number. I'm going to click on that and see the estimated date of arrival, and I'm going to write that date right there. After it arrives, I generally write in what time it came in, and they always post that after on the tracking information. That way I can always look back and see when do my packages generally get here, and you don't have to do that. I just kind of like that. So then I can say, well, I know they usually come in the afternoon. So if someone's really on a tight schedule, I'll know if my packages generally arrive in the morning or the afternoon. After I write in the estimated date, check. I generally then also send a message with a link to the tracking for my customers. So that's also just kind of a reminder for me. Next, you're going to write the date that they picked it up or that you delivered it. Now, from that date, the date that they got the product in their hands, you're going to tell yourself what's the date for a 1-week follow-up to say, how do you like your product? Do you have any questions? Don't say, do you like your product? Say, how are you loving your product? What do you like best about it? Because that way it's positive, and they're not, if you say, do you like it? Well, I like it, except when you say, how are you loving it in a week, they're going to be more positive with their response. 1 month from then, and then 3 months. Now, for me as well, is if it's around the holidays, I'll usually put it at the end of October or the beginning of October rather than 3 months, so then I know to send them a catalog or show them pictures of the new product. Okay, so those are the order forms. Brand new order forms, and I always put little notes in here to kind of help you so that you know what they are. But you know, brand new order forms are easy to grab. They're hole punched, ready to go right here for you. Okay. Next in this package comes a nice little binder pouch with 2 different colored pens, so you can differentiate however you want, a highlighter, a Post-it, and then some of these extra labels like I showed you earlier over here. So you can use those however you like, but at least they'll match. Next, you will see that I put a protector sheet in here, and I filled out, well, didn't fill it out completely, but I kind of gave you an example of an order form and how to fill it out with notes. That way, if you're ever stuck, you can look at this, and you know you're always more than welcome to email or text me with questions. After that, you have 3 packs of dividers. I used labels, and I wrote on them what they are. Your first one is for all your contacts. I'll show you that in a minute. Next is to be delivered with a big red dot, or I'm sorry, to be ordered with a big red dot, because that should be your priority. These are where your orders sit until you put them in the workstation, and they should not be sitting in there for more than a week, because that's not right to have customers waiting. So this is why there's a big red dot. Okay. After you order them, the minute you click submit, you move them from this tab and you put them under this tab, pending delivery. After that is months, January through December. Before I go through that, let's take a look at the top 3. These are the top 3 that you'll be dealing with probably on a daily basis. So let's take a look. Contacts. I designed these client list quick reference. This would even work for, I can always alter what it says up here. So instead of Scentsy, if you have a hair salon, if you have a retail business, I can alter that for you. I don't mind customizing at all. But this is just a really quick guide. A really quick reference where you're going to write your customer's name, phone number, mailing address, where they found you, and their email address. I purposely cut this off so that way the email address could bleed out without a line disturbing it. But the reason I have this is because, say that it is November and you are preparing maybe some Christmas cards for your customers. You don't have to go through every single paper and keep switching and switching. You can just look at this and copy it down. Okay, so that's just like another really good way to quickly reference your customers. Maybe you're designing a new marketing campaign and you want to know what's the most effective way at a quick glance. And again, you don't want to swipe through every single piece of paper. I get it. Right here, you can say, wow, Facebook, Craigslist, blah, 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 whatever. Referral, this and that. Right there, you can see what's the most effective way. Maybe you're doing an email mailing list. Bam, right there. Maybe you just want to send out postcard reminders to people that live in a certain city. Look them up right here. You could even color code. I'm very color oriented, like I said before. So in my opinion, I'm going to use probably the color blue for certain people in one city, maybe what, you know, and I could even go through with a crayon and color this. That way it's graphed for me. Easy. You guys, it sounds complicated, but it's not. This is the easiest system that there can be, and it's fun. Make it yours. Put stickers, put pictures, whatever you want. I know that if you go on, I think it's Erin or Lauren Conrad, whatever that planner is, you can actually order stickers of people's faces. You upload the pictures, and I think it's like $5 a sheet of however many. So you could be as creative as you want. I encourage creativity. Get those crayons out. Get those markers out. Get those stickers with their faces. Whatever's going to motivate you is worth every penny. Because we all know that the last thing you want is a business where you're not motivated and you're not in love with it anymore. So whatever's going to motivate you, it's going to be worth that money. If you have to spend $5 extra to make your binder cute, so be it. But you're going to love that binder. Rather than just a plain white one with no personality, yeah, that's not going to happen. So do whatever you want here. But that's just kind of like a nice quick little way to explain this sheet and why it's so important to have it. At the bottom, I just kind of like to type a little motivation for you. So just a cute little quote. Okay, so there's your quick reference. So how it works is, from the front, I have pretend someone just called me, hey, I need a warmer and some bars. Grab this, fill it out. They paid me, take it from here. I'm going to put it under to be ordered, okay? Their order's sitting right here saying, come on, come on, come on, place me, hurry, hurry, don't make me wait. The minute I put it in and click submit, I take it from here and I put it under pending delivery, okay? Then the minute I get that email that says, hey, it's shipped, open it up, find it, and write that estimated delivery date. The minute it gets delivered, what do you do next? Well, you need to figure out when do I need to contact them next. What month is it that I'm going to be making contact with them next? You're going to find that month. So say it was January when they ordered. I'm supposed to follow up in a week. It'll most likely be January again. I'm going to take it and I'm going to go to my January tab and I'm going to stick it in my January tab. That way, when you pick your day that you want to focus on customer relations, maybe it's every Tuesday, you go to your month tab. I'm in January right now. Open it up and there's my customers with the dates right on their form of exactly who and when I need to contact them. Behind every tab as well, I printed out a monthly calendar view. That way if there's certain people's birthdays, maybe a party you're having, deadlines, maybe you could jot down some of your personal goals for that month, whatever you want, right here. And then there are all your things that you need to do for that month. So I will have orders in here, and it will say 1 week from now I need to contact blah, blah, blah. So in January, I contact them. Then after that, you're supposed to contact them in a month. So then I would move that to the February tab. And it's called the tickle system for that reason. So where we left off, sorry, I needed to take a little break. Where we left off is that your customer order forms are going to travel through this binder for about 3 months, and then you can take it out and you can file it away in whatever system you want. I personally go to Target during the back to school sales and I buy the big old crates. They're like $3.49 and they hold hanging files, and then each of my customers has a manila file folder, which are about 10 cents each at the Dollar Tree. Label them at the top, and then all of their orders after they've traveled through here sit in there, and they start to collect over time, so that way I have their orders stored away and referenced. So anytime you have an order, it's going to travel through here for about 3 months, unless you want to add additional contacts. Like maybe they say, can you contact me right when the holiday items come out? Instead of storing them away, even if it was, say, in January, you never know, I would stick them in probably September or October. That way I can know, okay, hey, and I'd write a note to myself, hey, they need to know about those holiday items. That way I just know, because you don't want that customer falling through the crack, okay? So you're going to get, in this binder package, you're going to get a divider for each month with a monthly calendar view behind it. Okay, and then when you get through December, I also put 4 additional pockets for you back here. One of them, the last one, I labeled Scentsy receipts. Now, some of you guys might be wondering, well, what do I do with those pockets? I wonder what my binder will look like after I've actually used it. Let me show you mine that I have been working in, so you can kind of see, to me, what's functional. And like I said before, it's really what you're going to use and what you find the need for. So in mine, I open it up. There's my order forms, and mine looks a little bit different because it's older, but it does the same thing. Add whatever tools you need. I put Sharpies in mine. I put books of stamp in here. I don't want too much in here because I don't want it super bulky, but stuff that I can just go, I need that, bam, done. Put it right back. So that's what mine looks like. I have the exact same tabs. And then what I do is, with my sheets in the back, you could use your company stickers if you want, the ones that you can decorate your envelopes with. You could organize it like that if you want. I know with Scentsy they're about $2 for a good amount of stickers, and so I'll organize them based on that. It's really up to you. I will even put my print your own labels that already say Scentsy in here as well. And then I always have a couple extra. The other thing that I do is I'm going to start keeping my receipts, because that's one thing I noticed when I make my monthly goals is, ooh, I'm not really keeping track of how much I spend, and I like to spend. So I should fix that. So my idea was to start a nice pocket just to throw my receipts in. In the back pocket, you could do whatever you want. I'm going to keep not too many, I don't want to stretch it out, but I'm going to keep some catalogs back here, and when the new catalog arrives at my house, I'm going to rip it apart and 3-hole punch it and stick it in here, and I'll probably get some Post-its and label it, like combine and save, and then that way I can flip to that page really quick. Laundry, you don't have to do that. It's, like I said, it's what works best for you. This binder is meant to be used by you. This isn't meant to be for your customers per se to come and look at. This is more for you and what's going to make your life easier. I know when I was a new consultant, I was looking at that catalog, I was looking at my product sheet, and that's what saved my life, was having that in my notes. And I would write the codes that I would have to type in when I was placing an order underneath every single item in my catalog. That way I could just type it in quickly, especially if I was at someone's house and they said, well, what is my total? I wanted to be able to type that order in as quickly as I could. So again, it's whatever's easiest for you. Another thing that I started to do, let me see if I can find it. I mentioned earlier that you could pull your old orders out of here and file it away in like an organization crate or a file folder, whatever's easiest. I made another idea, totally up to you, but if you're just starting and you don't have 300 plus customers, then you're not going to have a super bulky binder. So one thing you could do until you do grow is once you have customers, and I'm going to cover information, once you have customers that have traveled through this, you could go to your contacts tab, and behind your quick reference sheets, you could take a little piece of sticky Post-it and write their first and last name, put it in the corner, and then put all their orders, act as if this is a divider, and put all their orders under there, and make notes to yourself. And let me just show you guys, this is one of my order forms. I'm just going to go like that. You'll see on my order form that I check it off. Bam, she sent payment through Facebook Pay on this day. This is, I know she was out of town, so that's why it took a little bit longer, but I trust her because I placed it on the 6th. She didn't pay till the 27th. When the package shipment link posted, it said it'd be there at 7:14. After it arrived and I had time, and I had my Tuesday when I work on my customers, I went back and it showed that it arrived at 4 o'clock. I just wrote that for myself so then I know I recognized a pattern after writing this, that they all come after between 4 and 6 o'clock at night. Package received on, and then now I'm going to go, see, this is my next job. I'm going to go through and I'm going to do 1 week follow-up. Now, because this was just one of my own things and I contacted her quickly and it was like, okay, let's just do another quick order. I put a 0 through that because it was my own order, but if I was attaching this to a party, I could have put a 0 and then the party's name next to it. Don't have to, but that's another way to track it as well. So if you want to track by parties, you can always do that. Completely up to you. So that's the system I'm using, and this would work very well for a hairstylist, a service-based business, a cleaning business, direct sales, someone that's selling stuff on Etsy, something that you just are like, I need something to help me organize and keep in contact with my customers. I have tried at least 20 different websites and multiple different systems. Like I said, I worked in medical offices. I majored in marketing and public relations, and everybody's doing everything so differently. And the problem is when we're experimenting, looking for that right system, customers are getting lost in the tracks. And you don't want that. think about when someone first contacts you and all that time you invest in them. Explaining what the product is, maybe sending out samples, maybe even going to their house and sitting there and letting them smell stuff. And the fact that you do all that work to let it go through the cracks because you didn't organize and maybe you missed contact or you forgot an item in their order, that customer is going to go to someone else, unfortunately. So this system right here is going to keep your customers. It's going to let you look good, and it's going to also motivate you. So pick a day that you, maybe 2 days even, that you want to work on your contacts or communication for your business. Pull out your folder, make it popping, make it exciting, make it you. This is your brand. Do whatever it is. I am here to make these binders for you. If you are interested in me doing that for you, you're going to save so much time. Let me just explain that. I made 4 binders today, and that took me 10 hours just today. Keep in mind all the time I spent making the order forms, the customer sheets, let's see what all the video, anything and everything that went into this. I'm going to say for those 4 binders, that was probably 20 hours of time or more, because I had to go get the copies at Kinko's. I had to make sure that they looked right. The machines weren't working. Went to Target. They didn't have the exact binders. Had to test them out. Make sure all the rings were working. Go to 3 different Targets to make sure I could get all the same color dividers. And then sit there and hole punch everything. Slide it into here. Make notes. Things like that because I care. And I want everyone in this world to succeed. I will sit there and I will do this for you if you want me to. And I don't mind at all. This is something that I think would honestly improve your business. So if this is something, maybe there's aspects to this that you like, message me, email me, excuse me. My information's in the comments below, and I'm here to help you succeed. All right, guys, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Please share, and I am here to help you. Bye.